Hey team, so I'm going to do a training with you on how to use your virtual office to add new team as well as add new customers, and also send people a link to your own personal website, which will allow them to place orders regardless of where they are in the world for whatever country they are in the world. So when you land on your virtual office and you log in, this is the dashboard that comes up. So to place an order, there's a couple of things you can do. I'm logged in the Australian VO right now. You can hit submit order and go straight into Children's Health Study or Juice Plus, or you can go to my customers. You go to my customers, there's two types of orders that we can place here, guys. So the first one is your Children's Health Study order. Now this is an order of adult capsules, either the fruit, veg and berry or just the fruit and veg, which allows you to have a child for free on the products. So when you go to submit one of those orders, if they are ordering shakes as well, you need to do a separate order for the shakes because the Children's Health Study needs to go in separately. So just type in their name as an example, and next, if they do place the two separate orders, the shipping is the same whether they were to order the products together or separate. So you've got two options here. One, they can pay monthly installments, so 4 monthly installments. The products come in a 4-month supply. Or second, they can pay upfront. Just know that all of our orders that we place are on auto ship. So it's up to you to do a really great job of keeping in contact with your customers so that they know that their new order is coming out. So imagine you're to put the order in on the 29th of July, then 4 months later on the 29th, their next delivery would come out unless you go in and cancel or postpone their order. So you've got three options here: the adult capsules of fruit, veg, berry, the fruit and veg, or you've also got the chewables. There are some adults that just don't do capsules and they choose to go into the chewables as well. That's also an option, and you can then choose, depending on the child's age and also preferences, either the free capsules or also the free chewies. So I'm just going to put this one in here of capsules and the kids' chews. Now, in the beginning, you might, from here, you're literally just putting in the customer's name. It's got the child's name there, customer information, country. Also, say someone says, look, I want to place my order, but I don't get paid till the 3rd of next week. Then you can go to the calendar and you can pick the 3rd, and then that's when that order will go through. It's the same when you're ordering in the other section too. Put in their credit card information and done. Now, once the order is submitted, you'll receive an ARO number. That is the order confirmation. That means you know that the order has been placed. If it doesn't come up with that, chances are there's an error of some sort and you need to double check that because it may not be in the system. So another thing too, you could be placing an order on behalf of one of your team. Maybe they don't have their login for the virtual office yet or something like that. You can then go into lookup number and you can search for your team's name and submit it, and then that would actually bring up their details and it would put their number and their name into the virtual office. So that's how you do a Children's Health Study order. Going back to my customers and submitting a normal order. So when we submit a normal order, please be aware in New Zealand, we have certain products that are just for New Zealand only, so just be aware of that. So you've got a couple of options here. You've got an installment plan option of 2 or 4 months, and you've got paying in full. Now, the reason we've got the 2 or the 4 month installments is more around the shakes. Because if you've got a customer, for example, going on 60 shakes, and they're going to have 60 shakes, they're going to have one a day. That means they will have eaten them in 2 months. So you don't want to give them a 4-month payment option. You want to give them a 2-month payment option or an upfront. Same with 120 shakes. You might have someone who's losing weight and they are going for 120 shakes, but they're going to have 2 a day. Well, they're going to have used them in 2 payments. So be mindful of that. You don't want people eating their products and then have already be out of them before they need to pay for them, and then still paying off their old ones. So there's all your customer order your products that you can order right there. So I might go for these shakes and add to cart, and then I just hit checkout. Same thing here, guys. You can search the franchise if you need to change it to someone else, put in their customer information. You can change the date that's going to process and hit continue and submit, and that's all. And make sure you get your ARO number. Now, if you're looking to place an order for another country, then hit the little world sign, pick your country, and if you're choosing a country that speaks another language, there is an option to translate it into English. So, for example, if I go to Germany and I've got English selected, either your browser or the website will translate into English for you. So see how I've got it in, I'm going to hit translate, and then it will switch across to the products there. And so then I know, cool, these are the product options in Euro. We've got 4 monthly options up front, and here's all my product options right there. Cool. So super simple to place the order regardless of where you are in the world. And the same goes with adding teams. I'm just going to flip back to Australia and show you a couple of options. But the same goes worldwide. So you go back to your virtual office, and I want to show you how to find your link to your personal website. So if you go into my personal file and then you go to my website, this is where you can put in your contact information, even a photo of you if you want. You can upload a photo, your details, and then this is your personal link to your own site. And so what that means is that you can send people to that site, and then they can pick the country and all of that. They can place an order for the products through that site. Now, the only thing you need to know about is that if you send people there, they cannot order the Children's Health Study. The only way they can get the Children's Health Study and the free kids products is by ordering directly through you. Now, you might have some people who are a bit funny about credit card information being given out or anything like that, so you can send them to that site. There is a form that you can complete which allows you to add a child onto an adult or a capsule order. Within the first 30 days of that order being placed, you can actually submit a form and add a child in. So if someone does happen to order through your link, then you can still upgrade that to a Children's Health Study order if necessary, but it must be done in the first 30 days. The other thing that is important to note is that with that particular link, people can also join your business from that as well. So I'm going to show you how that can happen. I personally like to get all the information for new team getting started, just because then I know it's all processed and added in the system properly, but there's a few ways around that too. If I have customers who are a bit funny about giving me their payment information, what I'll say to them is, why don't you text me half of your credit card and Facebook me the other? And then I just delete it. So it's never really an issue. I think I probably had, out of my entire time doing this, maybe 2 people order through my personal link, and everyone else is just giving me their information. So to add a team member, go into My Team Data and then go to Add a New Franchisee. Same thing in any other country. You'll see the similar buttons. So when you're adding a new franchisee in Australia, the main information we need to know is their name, their driver's license or their tax file number. If they happen to not have a driver's license, then you can give an age card or a proof of age card and email that through to head office. If you have a company, you can put in your ABN details. That's not necessary though. Contact information, really simple. And again, you might be submitting an application on behalf of someone else in your team because they can't log in or whatever. You can look that team member up and search them. And the other thing that we need to know is the bank account details. So the bank name, BSB account, and the account name. So super simple. Most of us don't have excess franchise kits, so we say please send one, agree to here, accept, credit card information in, and done. So that's really easy to submit. And then if we're in another country, you can again just go, I'll just flick over to the US as an example. And you can just see over there in the States, you need to have your social security number to prove that you're a real person. So it's just, each country has an ID number of some sort that they require. Add a new representative, same thing, and you'll see your social security number gets entered in. And they're also requesting date of birth as well. Australia doesn't have that as a required field, but you've got the info there. So pretty cool. So what I'm going to do now is just show you on my page, my link, where you can, if you wanted to, have someone join your business through an actual link. So imagine I've got someone in the UK that wants to join my team. I'm going to go to the world, United Kingdom, and bring that up. and I'm going to go into franchise on my site. If they wanted to buy something from me, they could go to shop and just check out the products, all the prices. If you guys want to know, all the prices here are in pounds because it's straight in their currency. So it's super easy for them to see, and you to see, well, what's the cost of the products as an example. So that's just loading now. So I'm going to go to here we go. So for example, I can go in and say view all the products, and I can have a look. Cool. The premium capsules are £57.75 a month, and it'll tell you if the shipping and taxes and stuff are included. So super easy to find out the costs in different countries. Now, if I go into virtual franchise, then I'm going to go down to, there we go, franchise partner sign up. Now, because this is already through my own link, it's already got my franchise number linked into it. So when they join, it will naturally go underneath me, which is cool. And so hopefully that'll load. It's already got my information in there. Submit. Oops. Maybe not. Maybe they need to check it. I will tell them what my franchise number is, and which I will get just here and copy it in just to show you guys. Maybe, there we go, submit, so you can tell them ahead of time. And then here's all the information that they require to join the business in the UK. So that's all there. And so it can be done online. It goes straight into the system, which is pretty cool. So that's how you can join Team. Really, really easy, guys, to be able to do that. You can send them a link to your personal website. They can order directly from your site, know how to do a children's health study, a shakes order. The other thing I'm going to show you is how to do a wholesale order. Now, if you, say, for example, want some extra chews or some shakes and things like that, you want to get them at the cheapest rate possible, then this is a wholesale order. And so you'll see all of the examples right here. So if I go into, I think I'm still in pounds now. Yep, I'm in pounds. So I just hit one. This would be a once-off order for whatever I'm placing. And so you must pay for a wholesale order up front to be able to take advantage of the cheaper prices. So just something to keep in mind. The other thing you want to keep in mind is wholesale orders will often not be counted for certain promotions. So if you're going for a certain promotion and they see a stack of wholesale orders, they will see that as stacking and they won't allow that to kind of come through. So anyway, just be mindful of that. But super easy to place orders. If you have any questions, just check in with your leader, and hope you have an awesome day. Thanks, guys.